my favorite standalone product. That's a great gift. And as we go into gift giving season, first of all, it's won 6 awards. I mean, when did this come out? Like what, last year? No, the year before. No, it was the year before. Came out, it hasn't been out very long, and it's gotten 6 awards. I mean, which is pretty amazing. But what I love about this product is you can stick it in an envelope in a card and like give it to people as a little care package. Hey, you know, I gave it to some girlfriends in Texas. We're all in a little WhatsApp chat group, and we always start chatting, and I sent it to them, and they're all like, this is amazing, you know. And but it's also just communicates, hey, take care of yourself, you know, I love you, you know, and let's, you know, whatever. And then I use this, like I said, use it for movie nights with my family, my son and husband, which, you know, that's kind of like formats because you have, well, although my daughter just went to university, but I will send it to her in a gift, actually. And I actually left it in a card for her when we moved her in. I left it in a card, you know, because it's kind of our thing of like, hey, take care of yourself. Hey, take some time for yourself. But let me talk about the product. It is basically a serum in a mask. This is the highest grade, science-created premium mask. So you can get those cheap as chips masks, and they're not going to do much. This is not cheap as chips for sure, but it is good because you're getting the power of a serum. And serums complement your moisturizer. Serums are for your bespoke needs and preferences, depending on what it is. And we're going to talk about one in a minute. But serums are meant to go in and hydrate or moisturize. It depends on what the serum is for. This is all about hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. If you are feeling, well, I was even telling Bob on the show, I said, hey, after you fly, this is my key thing. If I am traveling, I put this one in my suitcase, or I have it right when I get home, because, you know, you just feel so dehydrated after you travel. Or if I have a stressy day, or if I'm feeling it's hot outside, pop in the fridge. It's quite lovely. And it's got horse chestnut, seagrass, green tea extract, coconut, combined with that aloe and this biodegradable mask. The actual mask itself is biodegradable. You can throw it in the compost after you're done. It usually has a little bit of serum when, in fact, I always can squeeze it a little before I put it on my face just to get a lot more serum, because you can put the serum on the ends of your hair on dry patches. And it just is so soothing and cooling, and you can feel the effects. You don't wash it off after you take it off. You don't wash it off. You just rub in the serum and leave it there. And it's 15 minutes. Leave it on for 15 minutes. And after 15 minutes, it begins to break down into the skin. And then you can just leave it on as long as you want, although usually the postman arrives or something, so you got to go take it off. But anyway, it's fantastic. Are the protective layers also compostable? I don't believe they are. I don't think the packaging is. I've asked that question, and they're not. How can you promote and approach them with your local beauty salons? Well, you know, that's a great question, because it's award winning. So I would you could do it in a lot of different ways, but you could write a card. You know, I've been hearing that with different laser treatments and different treatments that people have, the aloe based, and it doesn't have oils in it, so any skin type is great for skin, you know, I don't want to say recovery, that's not very compliant, but post treatment is fantastic for post treatment. So you could write a card, but I would include the awards, because it's gotten all these awards, and maybe look it up and see if any of them have made comments about these awards. I know several of them have, you know, but let other people's stamp of approval give you credibility. And that would be my suggestion, is maybe send them something in the post, let them try, you know, and then maybe approach them and say, hey, did you get my card? That would be a suggestion. So, okay, great questions. Thank you. Let's go on to the next product. Hydrating serum. So we were talking about serums. What do serums do? This one, of course, has won 2 awards, a silver and a finalist. And this is brand new. I mean, this is like what, last year? Year before. I'm getting my dates. It all kind of blends together, but it hasn't been out very long. And basically, so serums complement and they go before your moisturizer. They make the way for your moisturizer, and they're an added benefit where you have needs and preferences. For this one in particular, it's got anti-aging properties, where it has that hyaluronic acid. Remember, it's in that middle layer of your skin. That hyaluronic acid that is natural, which you kind of call the sponge of your skin. It kind of retains and holds up to 1,000 times its own weight of hydration. And this one has 4 types. Now, the different types are chopped up in different sizes, so it can go deeper into the skin or be a protective layer for the skin. It also has things like shea butter and coconut fatty acids, and it's got mimosa bark. It has white tea extract, so high in antioxidants, snow mushroom. So it's all about protecting your skin. and hydrating your skin and moisturizing your skin. This really is for dry skin areas. So even with oily skin, you can have a dry skin patch. I wouldn't put all over if you have oily skin. I would just put it on certain areas or elbows. You can even put on the tips of your hair as a hair treatment. And it is to boost, and I use this one, and you can use both serums together that we have. The other one is very anti-aging because it has anti-aging properties because of the patented peptides. This does not have that, but you can use them together, which is great, which is what I do. I tend to use this when I notice, oh, I feel a little dry here. I do it about 3 or 4 days, twice a day, and usually it normalizes. It doesn't take long for that. So let me see if there's any more questions. Thank you. Can we have a training tailored on how to approach these beauty salons? Is there something you cannot cover? Thank you. That's a great question. I would email head office and ask them if, we're actually doing less webinars because people are getting out more. So, but really it's all about your connections and how you approach and not pressury. But you can ask and see if they can do training. Let's see. Okay, so I use it. Someone asked, I'm missing the questions in the chat, so it definitely helps me when you put it in the Q&A. But someone says, I use the hydrating and infinite serum one right after another. Is there any benefits to that? I could use it together. It's great. I mean, I would do it before your moisturizer. Your moisturizer seals the deal. But I tend to do it together, and sometimes I don't even let them dry, because they've got different properties, and both of them have a lot of hyaluronic acid. So I try not to get too banal shape about the order of things. Just think cleanser, and there are things that fall into cleanser, and then you get more into moisturizing. So up until that, you have your serums, you have like the illuminating gel and stuff like that, kind of complement the moisturizer. But your moisturizer and your cleanser are your bookends, and everything else kind of falls in between. So great question. Okay, cool. Let's move on. That sounded very American. Cool. All right, let's talk about marine collagen. This is the newest product. Yes, we ran out. I think we sold 15,000 in one day, from what I hear. I mean, but it is en route from all of this is en route to, our shipping and all of that kind of stuff. Obviously, we've got complications sometimes with Brexit, and that just slows everything down. But they're hoping by the beginning of November to have marine collagen ready. Oh, a little update. They did want to tell you that Aloe Mango will be available from mid-October, and Forever Daily is back in stock, which is cool. But like I said, a way to promote this, especially if you've gotten it, and you're able to try it, is, hey, I'm trying this, and you can pre-order, sign here and let me know, and I can put you on the list. And so that's just a positive way. And I think this is really exciting. I mean, this is one of the first times they've done like a really surprise launch. Usually they give us a little bit of a trickle feed, but I was actually sworn to secrecy for months, and then weeks, until like right before, like I think the day of, and I had the video and all that kind of stuff before, and I got to watch it because I was going to be having to talk about it actually fairly soon. So so I think they've just kind of learned, like, well, we probably need to have a lot more products, when we launch something and we haven't given any forward. So that's probably what happened. Okay, let me just see. Okay, there's a lot of questions, but I'm going to come back to this at the end because they're not necessarily about my college. So let's talk about this. This is a food supplement, a skincare product, and a skin supplement, a drink, all in one, all combined into these little 30 milliliter or 15 milliliter, I'll come back, little sachets. And they have these little sachets, and it has to me, has kind of like a light, I think it's the acerola cherry, but it's kind of like a light fruity flavor to them. It does have a little bit more of an oily feel to it, but you're just getting straight nutrients. So it is 300 milligrams of highly bioavailable. And what does that mean, bioavailable? That means, and they've got like black pepper and things like that, which actually help that process. That means it goes directly to where the body needs it most at the quickest amount, without it breaking down or just being lost. And so it's bioavailable. It's hydrolyzed, which is down below there, meaning it's chopped up really small because collagen is actually quite big. And so you have to chop it up really, really small so it can go directly into the area. And this is full of vitamins and minerals and antioxidants and botanicals, including green tea, goji extract, acerola cherry, which cherry is really, if you study nutrition, cherry is actually incredibly amazing. It has about, I think I've heard up to 1,000 times more. Is it 1,000 or 100? think it's 100. I don't want to go 100 times more vitamin C than oranges, and that's a cherry. And so I would prefer that over drinking a bunch of orange juice any day to get my vitamin, a lot of vitamin C. And it's got added A, C, biotin, and zinc. These are all skin-friendly, immune-supporting, healthy vitamins that are added into this supplement, which is great. So, and then vitamin C and A, that's part of like when you talk about the best vitamins for the skin, A, C, and E. And so it's got C and A. And then the zinc, again, is that to help that oxidative stress. What does oxidative stress do? Well, basically, when you've got a lot of it, and that comes from stress, from smoking, pollution, too much sun, poor lifestyle, terrible eating. When you've got more oxidative stress, that breaks down your own collagen production, and that leads to premature aging. So that's going to help protect those cells. And then biotin is very much a hair and nail and skin supplement. And it's from fish. So no, if you're vegan, vegetarian, it is a fish source. But you know what? Any collagen is going to have to come from a protein meat source. And so we've picked the best one, the most bioavailable. And this has those peptides that we really need, especially for our skin in here. So a little bit more. So what does our supplement do? It helps to improve the feel of skin hydration because you're just promoting that collagen. It's got all those nutrients, all those vitamins. So you're nudging your own body's collagen production, saying, come on, let's go. Improves the look of your skin's tone and texture to help it. That scaffolding, like I said, that's what collagen does. It's going to help bring appearance of firmer skin, and it helps to promote not just your skin, but your hair, your nails, and probably other parts as well, because your collagen is found in all parts of you. Okay, and then a few other things. It's never farm fishing. It's sustainable. It doesn't have shark or shellfish. It's free from GMOs or heavy metals or contaminants. It's gluten-free. We're in the process of getting it certified for kosher and halal. It has a negative carbon footprint in its processing. We're really trying to be as eco-friendly as possible. 15 milliliters, 30 sachets. That's where I got the 30 and 15 all mixed up. 15 milliliters in an easy tear. It is. It's what Terry. Sip it. 30 sachets in one box. And I say, do the 1 month challenge. See how it goes in your skin and how you feel and overall hydration. So I went ahead to questions. Let me just look in the chat to see if you are allergic to fish, take it. I would have caution. If you have any allergies, any intolerances, I would have caution and just see how you do. So if in doubt, ask your GP. Let's see, okay. I'm trying to look at the chat because it's kind of harder with questions, and I'll go to the actual questions. Do I need to use a toner? You don't have to use a toner. A toner is a benefit. I love a toner, especially if I have a lot of makeup on during the day. And if I have maybe excess oils, that's another way to use a toner is during the afternoon. Your oil production is highest, no matter your skin type, your oil production is highest in the mid-afternoon because your body is actually trying to naturally protect you from stressors, from the environment, from sun, so it has more oil. But if you have oily skin, you'll really notice that. So like if I'm about to go on screen and I'm like, it's a little oily, okay, I'll just use a little toner. Just a little tip. But see it as an extra cleanser. Our toner is non-stripping and it's extra hydrating. So it's just a side note. Okay, can people, the last line of the marine collagen slide had different types of peptides. I believe it's type 1 and 4 that are found in your skin that the marine collagen really helps to target, but it actually has a lot of different types of peptides in it, or types of collagen actually. Let's see. Oh, someone is on day 6 and really enjoying it, and my nails feel stronger already because being bioavailable is going to go quick and fast into where you need it most. So maybe you need it most there. Marine collagen stock is out of stock. Yes, it is. But let's see the positives that it is a high demand product and they're very aware. So, okay. Okay, let me go into the Q&A. So now I have a lot of Q&A here. Yay.